Have you ever traveled through time? We do it every day.
Asgardia is a country with a population of more than 1 million people from more than 200 countries on Earth. Asgardia gives everyone equal opportunities, no matter what their earthly status is.
It is possible to create and live in the future right now. Are you ready? Forward progress is the solution to the entire human race. Our mission is to bridge new horizons. In Asgardia, there is no limit to the universal development in the fields of technology, finance, and arts. Asgardia is a new space and digital economy which creates opportunities for the global economy. We deliver innovations. Do you want to get on board with us? We are developing various kinds of digital businesses, attracting them to the Asgardia platform that can be backed by the means of our umbrella, i.e. franchising of the Asgardia brand. We can not only attract investments into space programs from prominent institutional investors, but also affordable amounts from the citizens of Asgardia. We comprise of more than 1 million people.
Asgardia is a chance to realize one's dream. This is a dream-driven space nation. Asgardia is a chance to belong to a community of free-thinking enthusiasts, goal-driven dreamers, and fearless innovators, theorists, and scientists.
We are the first space nation. One humanity, one unity.
Asgardia.
We are creating
the future.
Server farm equipment, if memory serves. They're in the, you would see them more in conjunction with things like the servers that host the, if memory serves, host, and is a backbone for things like the Amazon services and stuff like that.
You're alive.
But I might be wrong. I'd be known to be wrong.
Right. Hello, everyone. We're live on air. I'm Dematopic, Sheriff Parliament of Asgardia, with our parliamentary team. Very pleased to see you all here. Thanks very much indeed. Normally, this is a fairly short session because we've just had our digital sitting last weekend. What I'm very keen on doing, what I'd like to do today is just summarize some 4 items. Before I go into that, Asgardia is the world's first fully functioning digital democracy. No one's ever achieved what we've achieved, and I'm proud of that. We have an ability to use online political systems with energy, with dispute, with debate, but always with respect and with a professionalism you will not find anywhere else on the planet. Secondly, our goal is to have the first human born in space under ethical and medically safe conditions. And secondly, to have a truly permanent human space habitation. Those things really matter to us. So thank you for all of you who are doing something to achieve that. If you like what you see here, then please do. We're broadcasting all over the world. Then please do join as a resident of Asgardia, €100 a year in your currency. And you get all of the rights and privileges of an Asgardian resident, which will eventually lead to citizenship. I got 4 items, and then I can open it up to everyone else. First of all, we've had a chairs meeting just now, and what I say here is the same as what happened at the chairs meeting. And I'll start by saying thank you very much, everybody who was involved in the digital sitting of Parliament last weekend. It was quite an exciting event, quite a challenging event in many ways, because of the Asgardia Antarctica Act, the AAA, as we call it. But once again, we found a quorum, and everything did get through, including the arrival of our new Prime Minister, Mr. Salvos Mouzakitis, who is now officially in role, and he will develop his proposals for the the government. He might make changes. That's up to him. But we're setting precedents there. And so at the next sitting, I expect that we will be voting on his proposals for any changes he wants to make to the government. The government does not automatically dissolve when we have a new prime minister. That would not make sense. There are two different processes going on there, but it might be that he will talk with some of the ministers and he might make changes. Secondly, the Asgardia Antarctica Act has been a very big debate, and I made a promise that if you pass the first reading, we will start getting into the details soon. And I'm suggesting that we do that on Saturday, the 23rd of May, which is fairly soon, quite soon. But if that's acceptable, then we'll do the meeting 1300 UTC on that day. And we can have some other meetings, of course. I expect we'll need at least 2. That gives me enough time to get feedback from the head of nation. I expect the meeting will last 3 hours. That's what I'm guessing. And if we do have that meeting, everyone gets a chance to have the debate that we've been talking about. Let me know if I've missed some national holiday or something else, but otherwise that's when we will have our next significant and major debate. Thirdly, we welcome the chairs of the committees. I'm asking if you are on a committee, please do get involved. The committees are essentially the core of how the whole of Asgardia's civic society works, and it's difficult for chairs if others don't attend. So please do try to attend those meetings. It's not too much. It's always interesting, and it's quite inspiring as well. And the final thing I've got to say tonight is I'm still looking at the 12th of October, which is the 10th anniversary of Asgardia, as a big event, but I don't know where or how it will be organized. I'm hoping to get guidance from head of nation on that. It's not my call, not my decision, but I would hope that we'll do something very special on that day. It would be fantastic if we have territory to celebrate, some piece of earth which is formally recognized as Asgardia. I'm doing all I can, and probably, if the head of nation allows me, I'll work full-time with others to achieve that. Please consider really seriously in the next 2 days, if you can think of a place, a piece of land, perhaps where you live or near it, perhaps in the country near you, that would be willing to allow Asgardia to have actual national territory there. I don't just mean renting an island. I mean, they say, yes, we recognize you as Asgardia, as a terrestrial nation, because we need that to be recognized by the United Nations. And that can go hand in hand with what we're doing in Antarctica. They are not contradictory. That's what I had. So over to you. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. Would anyone like to make any other comments? It's normally quite... What are you drinking, Alexander? I hope that's healthy. Ricky. You're on mute, Ricky.
Sorry about that. In Slack, in the safety and security channel, I put it's a directive that I'm working on for the safety and security minister as it pertains to Article 1 of the Antarctica Treaty. And so anyone that wants to look at it, go ahead, comment if you want. And yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, thank you for that. We actually had I'm just sorry, I'm getting a message here. A pretty good debate about processes, and John Fine, who's actually not here at the moment, He runs the LMRG, that's the Legislative Merit Review Group, and is very, very hardworking with that group. It's a great group, and it's what you've just described is exactly the kind of thing that we might want to run through there as well. It's unusual for John not to be here, but he might join us in a short while. But thanks for that. And I take it, are you asking for people to give you honest feedback?
Yeah.
Okay. Simple enough.
I'm still working on it. This is just, a basic thing at the moment. There's still a couple of areas I need to include in it, but primarily it gives the minister guidance as to what's expected under Article 1 of the treaty. Article 1 deals with that more than anything else. And, some feedback, that'd be fine. I appreciate all the feedback I can get. Sometimes my brain don't work too well, but yeah.
That's just not true.
But that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
Yes, first and foremost, I wanted to thank everyone who voted for the Wall of Remembrance protocol. It passed, and I am just unwaveringly happy about that. And secondly, I need to circle around to just the administrative governmental side just to see how we can help. And interestingly, I've had two different camps of people contact me since the Wall of Remembrance protocol was passed. One, questioning why we weren't also wanting to remember, those who served as justices and those who, served in the government and those who served on the Supreme Space Council. I agree that that is also incredibly important, and apologize that I did not take those into consideration when writing the Wall of Remembrance protocol. And the other camp who didn't know why that would be appropriate, since we are, a non-governmental NGO. So anyone who does have an opinion or some thoughts on that, I too would greatly appreciate input. I'm going to drop it into Slack, but also anyone who's watching who has thoughts, I can always be reached at sarah.clark@asgardia.space. And I would really just love the input and thoughts from anyone who is interested in having a say. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a very nice piece of work, that. And obviously had a lot of support. It's thoughtful. It's a thoughtful thing. It's kind action, I think. Anybody else? Ariadne, hi.
Hi, everyone. Thank you very much. Well, I put some two annexes for consideration of the LMRI. I don't know. Maybe it's possible, maybe not. Not depends of mine, because needs to involve the discussion in the shares meeting and to resolve if it's possible or not. And I think, well, the only thing that I say is I will be wait with patience. That's all. Thank you.
As always, an optimistic note from Ariadne, for which I thank you. You're always a shining example of positivity. If we could clone you, we could have 150 Ariadnes in Parliament, and everything would be good. But other people would be jealous. It would be like the Imperial Stormtroopers in Star Wars, but in a good way. Thank you. Is there anybody else who would like to make a contribution? Okay, let me just look to any other business. Normally these meetings are short because we spent the whole of last weekend together. Things to watch out for. 23rd of May, 1300 UTC, maximum 3 hours. The promised discussion on the Antarctica Asgardia, Asgardia Antarctica Act, the AAA. Secondly, I'm still working on what will happen on the 12th of October. which is going to be a big event. And I hope we'll get together, but I have to persuade and discuss with the head of nation what he wants to do on that. And then the third thing is, what really, really matters here, is that we are making progress towards having a serious presence in terms of the international standing of the organization, because people like Cheryl Gallagher go and represent us in places, and it's fantastic. So please, if you have an opportunity, and if you can think of land that Asgardia could potentially buy or be given or be allowed to call its official country, not just a rental property, not just an island that we rent, but a country that we officially by statute actually run, that would be very helpful. And it can go side by side with the Antarctica project of the head of nation. Ariadne, I think you've got your hand up again. Go ahead.
Yes. Well, I imagine the celebration of the 10 years in the same place where the head of the nation proclaimed the space nation in Paris, in France. I don't know, maybe it's a good suggestion for him, maybe not.
Okay, that's something that we can definitely put forward. I don't know for sure. I've been in a lot of communication with head of nation because there is so much going on in terms of this Antarctica proposal, strong views, and perhaps most importantly of all, a serious prospect of us having, well, basically land on Earth where you don't have to live. Somebody has to live there, but you don't have to live there, and where we actually make a difference, not just on the basis of just talking about it, on the basis of creating a wonderful, serious place, which may not be utopia. I don't think that can exist on Earth, but which shows Asgardia at its very best, a political system with no political parties, a system which is dedicated to our life in space rather than on Earth, and one where entrepreneurship is welcomed and rewarded rather than punished or kept apart from the world that we want to live in. Thank you, everybody. I think that's everything. If you'd like to watch previous versions of this, you'll find these on the internet. If you like what you saw, please do join Asgardia. Please become an Asgardian resident. That's what I would ask you to do. It's €100, not very expensive. That's per year, and you become a resident with all the rights that everybody here has, and you can stand for the parliament. And if there's an election or whatever, then you can actually become a member of this great and professional and respectful, and I would say pretty visionary political system, one which thinks outside the interests of the individuals on it for the collective benefit of all humankind. I'm David Topic. This was the very quiet post-digital sitting meeting. Hopefully we'll have more people again, back to normal next week. And please put in your diary, 23rd of May. I'll put out an agenda, very simple agenda, really talking about the Asgardia Antarctica Act for the 23rd of May, starting at 1300 UTC and not more than 4 hours, not more than 3 hours. Thank you. We actually had 19 through, so at 9 I can close the session. Rebecca, thanks. You can close the recording. Have a good day, and oh ho.